kwetu kuheshimiwa, kazi zangu siko mpya, nikihaso moyo wangu nishike siku uongo, nina plan, nina vision moto, kila siku natakazi, siku moja nitashine, ndege zitawekwa hewani. Welcome to the grind now. Tunaenda juu sana. We hustle all night. Time to play hard.
Hey everybody, my name is Sang and I'm an Altaholik. Welcome back to the channel. Got a new web camera. I'm doing my thing here, trying to step my game up a little bit. But anyway, today I'm playing EverQuest on the Hero's Journey server. I'm actually having a great time over here. I've been playing hit or miss for about a month and a half roughly, and I decided to start up a new character, and I figured I'd share it with you guys. I don't know how far I'll get. Maybe I'll get max level. I don't know. One day I'll get an epic. We'll see how that works out. But this character here, her name is Battabee. This is my troll shaman / wizard, and I know most people play on this server, they like to do 3 character builds or 3 class builds. I like to stick to 2 and with a concept, and then if I find later on I need something else, I'll add on that 3rd class. And if you keep seeing me look up here, I'm looking at myself in OBS, so that's why I'm not looking directly at the camera. I gotta get used to talking to the camera. So anyway, yeah, so right now I'm doing a shaman wizard build. The concept behind her is primarily focused on the shaman abilities, but the wizard build is for teleporting and a little bit of DPS, so I can use the magic for that. I might throw on a warrior or something tanky. I don't want to do Shadow Knight because that seems like overdone, and I don't think that a paladin will necessarily fit a troll, you know, like that. I might do something like a berserker or ranger. Something that is kind of like a hybrid or not so tanky, because I do want to have somewhat of a challenge. I don't want to be tanky and then have my buffs and heals and then have magic damage. I don't want to be like that full. I want to have like a concept, and the idea is to mainly be shaman, but have a little more oomph to me, you know. And ideally, I'll probably be playing solo. I don't know if I have other people join me or not, but right now, you know, since I've been on the server, I've always played by myself. I don't know how it is playing in group gameplay on the server. So, yeah, that's what it is. So I just made this character. I came out here, I killed a couple things. Last time I was on, I just set my UI. And that's pretty much it. I'm not doing too much. I wasn't working my way over to Guck, but I don't know too much about Guck, and I just want to get lost over there. Oh, also, let me show you what I got on. All right, so you don't start with this stuff. I bought these things myself on another character. So right here I have the, I guess, times and antithesis. I can't read, but I don't know what that is. But anyway, I got this item here, and it's 23 delay, 56 damage, which is pretty good. But the reason why I got it was for the healing ability. Now, I know you guys are looking at this like, wow, you just got that, you're level 1 or level 2, whatever. Yes, but these things sell at the bazaar. People have them in the bazaar, and they sell for like 10 to 30, 40 platinum or whatever. So my other characters, I worked up a little platinum, got these, and got this. And the idea is that on the server, they have the power source location where you can power up your blue items or green items up to a legendary form, which is like a yellow or gold form, which I don't have anything on me right now, but this is a green one right here. So I got this thinking that I'm gonna level it up. I don't know what's gonna be like at legendary, but I want the healing ability to be really strong. The spell damage is a plus, but I'm focusing on the healing ability. So I want to be like really like a mystic, a healer. That's kind of what I'm going for. Not so much a damage and adventure person, so I hope later on in the game I'll have to focus on my ability to do dots and stuff like that the same way a normal shaman would, but a little twist is I could throw a little bit of direct damage spells in there, and I could take a couple more hits. But I want to be able to heal myself. That's the only benefit of being a healer class. I can do some damage, but I can also heal really good. That's what I was kind of focusing on. So focus on shaman and healing abilities. And so I got this for the same reason. It has a little bit of spell damage, but I'm looking at the healing amount. Now at this level, it doesn't do an insane amount of heals, but it is good compared to what you normally heal for at level 2. One round of healing, I think I'll do like probably like 2, or not 2, 4 or 5. So this is like 14 to 20, but I want to say you start off with, let me see, if I take it off, let me see what this says. I see it when I'm fighting, the difference in my healing, but I'm not sure what it says, if this description changes if I take that stuff off. Oh, 14, 20. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys real quick, so we know that it's actually doing what it's supposed to do. Excuse me. I'm recording this the day before the 4th of July. I should let the guy hit me. So this is the 3rd, and I'm just having a couple drinks. I'm off for the next week, so I'm just recording some videos real quick, and I'm gonna get them out to you guys until I get some things kind of hacked away, and I can get a couple of videos on the roster. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a mushroom. Until I can get myself a couple of videos, you know, backed up, and I can dump them out whenever I'm ready. Let's see. So let me find something that can hit me. All right, so this guy right here, apprehensive. Let's see if I can get him to hit me. So I took my weapon out. I want him to smack me a couple of times. How about that? All right, it's 30. You guys see me drinking? I'm drinking my little alcohol drink. Don't mind that. He's not hitting me very well. Or even con. I do have this on. This is something they give you at the beginning of the game. That's probably why. Let me take this back a little bit. It's not a super twink, but it does obviously make a difference. He's hit me a little bit more. Alright, so I'm at, I'll put this back on, 102, 108. So let's see here. I'll heal myself. Alright, so that's 14-point heal. He's on. I'm gonna heal myself. 39 points. So it makes a difference. So that's basically what I was trying to get at. I was trying to work on making my character more of a healing class, but just a little bit more umph than you would on a regular EverQuest server. Am I not fighting? There it goes. I hope the sound's not too loud. I'll try to tweak it a little bit so you guys can hear me well, but also hear the background of the game. Yeah, so also as I'm leveling, this is one of the items I got too. Again, I got it in a blue state. So it's a saltwater encrusted idol. Again, I'm leveling it up. You put things in your power source and you can level it up as you get experience. So that's what you have up here. So right there, I got 3.13% experience towards that. And when I get to legendary, it'll be a lot stronger than what it is right now. Now, these have been leveled up a little bit on my other character. Well, actually this was. I have a frog-lock shaman character, and I was leveling it up for a little bit. I'm not sure if they stack up. I don't know how that goes, but we'll see here if I level up a lot with it. Yeah, but I still got I got a bit of a head start with my weapons and everything. I'm not totally twinked, but it does. I am doing pretty good right now. I'm pretty well off, I guess. But this game is not so much focused on. It's like you can get platinum out of every. I hate how this map is. You can get platinum easily. It doesn't sound like platinum's really a problem. There is a bazaar and people sell stuff, but it doesn't seem like nothing is unreachable. It feels like when I play Wafer Haven or P99, it's not a knock against them. It's just, you know, for somebody like myself who never gets to in-game content, all the other fancy stuff is always on the unattainable. Am I saying that right? Unattainable. I shouldn't drink when I'm trying to do a recording, so sorry if I'm talking funny. But unobtainable when you're playing on those servers, because you have to have hundreds and millions of platinum in order to buy stuff, and I don't think I've ever had more than maybe 30 or 40,000 platinum at one time. And that's rare that I've had that much, because I never save. I get to a point, I'm like, I gotta buy a new weapon, a new chest piece or whatever. I'm always buying something as I level up, and I rarely ever go out and camp something. And it's very rare that I actually camp something and get it. I never get the big cool guy freaking weapons and armor. I don't have the patience for it. All right, let's see. Take on this guy. Now obviously I'm hitting harder because I got the equipment on, so my casting ability is crazy. All right, now these bunnies will come out. If you haven't played in the server, I want to say they had it for Easter, and they haven't turned it off yet. It's like 2 gold. But your weapons, whenever you're fighting, you have a chance of proccing the little bunnies that come out. I don't think it's on this. I think it's like a server buff. See bunny back up right here. I can't click on it to see what it is. But it's something on the server when you're fighting. I think everybody gets it. I'm sure everybody does get it. So when you're fighting, you have a chance of proccing those bunnies. The bunnies come out and help you do some damage. So if you're fighting something that's red, the idea is to fight things that are always challenging. So if you fight something that's like light blue, you're not you're barely getting experience. But if you're fighting reds, there's a good chance that you're gonna take it, because you will actually have those bunnies come out and help you fight. Doesn't happen every time. It's still like a proc chance. And it's great when they do, because especially when you get like too many mobs, it's great to have those bunnies come out because they help tear things up. I want to make sure I cast my spells because I'm working on casting. I want her to be kind of like a mystic. That's the idea behind this character. Kind of like a mystic, and she's good proficient with her magic. I would do a melee class, which I have done before. It was like a bard, shaman, berserker, and that was fun. But I found myself just constantly focusing on doing melee damage instead of using magic. And I don't see a lot of gameplay with magic unless you're just doing all pet class. We have a mage, necro, and a beast sword pet, and I'm like, okay, it's easy mode really to me. But I haven't seen too many people do a caster. I did have a character in mind that was primarily wizard and mage. I think I died last time I tried this. This guy's probably kill me. But I tried to do like a caster build with like primarily wizard and mage. And I think what else? I think I was druid too. I'm not positive. But that was kind of fun. But it's not as obviously it's harder when you have multiple mobs on you. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and play at the same time. I'm bad at this. Multitasking is not my thing. I don't know if I can take these guys, but I might try. I mean, I'm probably not going to go in here. I'll probably go to the Warrens instead. Not the Warrens, but the Black Barrel. Let's see how this goes. I don't really like duck. It's not really my thing. When I made this character, I thought about doing it, but I realized that on this server, when you go to Bazaar and you teleport to where you want to go to, you can teleport directly into certain locations. And in this case, since I'm going, so there goes the bunnies, that helped out. As long as I'm fighting or I'm targeting the character, I have a chance of those bunnies attacking them. But yeah, like it works out because I can teleport from the Bazaar directly to Black Barrel. I don't have to go to like the Kinos Hills and all that stuff. So that's kind of cool. Sometimes the bunnies spawn too much and they make it a little too easy for you. Not necessarily a complaint. It's just when you're trying to work on a skill and you're just wiping everything because the bunnies show up, it kind of sucks. Alright, so I'm going to use my Bazaar and back button. This is something that comes with the server. I know I'm not explaining a lot about what's happening on the server and all this stuff. I figured the server's been out long enough that you guys already know what's going on with it. So if you need more or you're curious about what I'm doing or what I did to do certain things, go ahead and put a comment down below and I'll try to answer those as best I can. I still want to over talk it. I made this video so many times, it's not even funny. I made this I've actually made this about 4 or 5 times. Not with this character, but other characters. And then I found recording was messed up, or I accidentally deleted a video. I messed it up. The video was corrupted, or it was always something. So I might glimpse over a couple things here. All right, so this is a bazaar, and these are kind of like on Wafer Haven, how they had the characters sit around the Soulbinder. I guess these are the guys who contributed to getting the server up and running. And yeah, you see Trust in here. That's the only one I know. I don't know anybody else up here. Yeah, I don't recognize anybody else. The Trust is the only name I'm familiar with. But I'm not sure if that's the same Trust from Wafer Haven or if that's just a guy named Trust in Trust. But yeah, that's one of the guys here. Let's see, owner. Oh, that's then the groups or guilds called owner. I don't know if that is because they're owner of the servers or they're just owner. Host with the most. Yeah, when I first got on the server, I was like, why are these guys? I thought they were players. I was like, why are these players are sitting here? They're sitting here all day, every day. And I realized they're NPCs. So yeah, I was stupid. Did I ever bind? Oh, sorry if you hear my keyboard. I'm trying to work on that. I hate watching gameplay and hearing people click and type. It's all that irks me. And if that didn't bother you and now brought your attention to it, I'm sorry. Anyway, so this is the bazaar. This is like the hub. Everybody comes here. And I don't like that. If you see my footage, it's a little bit laggy. My computer can handle it. It's just, it was really bad at one point. I had to adjust my game so it wasn't so bad. But what I like to do is I made a hotkey called zone shard. It's pounds zone shard. And I like to go to zone 14. I don't know why 14. I just picked that one. It always worked out for me. But you can pick a different shard. It's like going to that one. It's overpopulated. People standing around for no reason. And if you thought that was bad, that's nowhere near as bad. I didn't know this Soulbinder was here until like a week later after playing the game, because everybody would die and be standing right here around her. So I never knew this character was here. And then I came here one day and I was like, "Whoa, there's a Soulbinder here," you know. But yeah, this when I switch shards here, it makes it a little bit easier on me. This is how much money I have on me. I have 301 platinum. That's not on me, but that's my account. I don't know if that played in the video or it's in the game, but there's like it's like a violin or something squeaking. That could have been in game. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. Let's see here. Change. All right. So the reason why I came here because I want to go to Black Barrel. But what I'm going to do is sell what I have on me. Bought myself a couple spells. I think I gave myself like 5 platinum on this character. I'm recording this like a day or two after I made the character. Not a day or two, but like, yeah, actually about a day or two. So I forgot what I was doing initially. Actually I could sell these bags. I picked them up off some mob. Yeah, but the plan was I wasn't going to Guk, but I don't know Guk very well. And I've always hated Guk because it's like one big maze. People like it, not me. And I'd rather avoid it. So I'm going to go do Black Barrel because I know Black Barrel. Alright, so I got combo. Primary shaman spells, and my backup is my wizard spells. So when I go buy my wizard spells, it'll be mainly blast, like nukes and teleports. And I'll get all the other shaman spells as far as buffs and stuff. On my shaman spells, I won't get the nukes because my wizard ability is covering for that. Oh, man. Then what I can. I do like on the server that you can just right click the items and it automatically mems them for you. It's kind of cool. And if you're not level, they won't go. You get my little right here. See, you must be level 5 to learn the spell, which is cool. I don't bother reading, don't have time. I mean, sometimes I do, not all the time. Alright, so that is it. Skull skin. Alright, so skull skin, I gotta get components, which I think they might have them here. I need the snake skins. I never use that spell because I never have snake skins on me. but I think I can buy them here. Yes, I can. The snakes, wow, snake scales, right? Snake scales, yeah. I never had that component on me, so it's great that this person does sell them. I'm just gonna buy 10 because I know I'm gonna outgrow the spell real fast. So that's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of convenience in the server, which is really cool. There's a bit of challenge. It's not a boxing server, but I wish I caught the footage earlier. There was a guy boxing earlier, but that's kind of like illegal on the server, and I don't like that because I'm like, come on, like the server's already made easy for us. Why are you ruining it by boxing? You know, you'll see when you try to log into the server, it'll say, boxing, no boxing, or something like that. And they do as much as allowing you to have another account on just for the bazaar. You could have box characters in here if you wanted to, but you're not allowed to leave outside of this zone with a box character. All right, so I can use that now. All right, so what I'm gonna do is head off to Blackborough. As long as I'm in the zone, I should be all right. I shouldn't go outside, get myself beat up. Let's see. This is a translocator, and he gets you to most of these places. If it's not a specific zone in here, it's either you haven't unlocked the expansion, like the village stuff. I haven't unlocked any of that stuff, so I can't go there. I can go to Cabalist, because obviously you can play at Ixar, but these other places I haven't been to them either because it's on because expansion's not unlocked for me, or you'll see here when I go to Blackborough, you see the little balls on the ground. Those are places that you get familiar with, and later on you can come back here and you can teleport to those locations when you want. I think even if I go to Otis, I can't go to Stonebrunt because the expansion's not out for me directly. I think everything is account locked, so I can't go to any of these places until I get to them. All right, so let's go to Blackborough. You used to have to talk to the translocator guy, and then you'll click the hot links, and then you'll say, all right, click on the map. The map's ready for you, but now you can just talk to them directly. These guys are constantly working on the server. I know they had this whole lawsuit thing going on. I think they got it pretty much settled out now, where they can do what they want, but they can't do any crazy changes as far as expansions and stuff go. All right, so what I'm gonna do is move into Blackborough. Not Blackborough. I'm gonna I ain't bother with that. I'm gonna get this because this is gold. At this level, I like to pick everything gold because that helps me make platinum. So anyway, they had this guy here, Echo of the Past. Talk to him, and he gives you the option to go to a respawning zone and a non-respawning zone and a respawning zone. Non-respawning, I think it has, let's see, yeah, it has more powerful enemies and it's more of a challenge, and they don't respawn. Where the respawning zone is not as much of a challenge and they do respawn. But you also get your own personal zone, which is kind of cool. Again, sorry if I'm not talking to the camera, but you hear what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm gonna choose respawning zone. And then he says, are you ready to go? I'm like, yeah, it's expedition, is what they call it. And you can quit anytime you want. I think there's like a time period. So if I quit that, I can't just come back here and say, I'm gonna go back to my expedition. You have to wait like an hour or something like that. So ready? Now the reason why I go to this one is because it's a newbie zone. A lot of people starting off want to go to a zone, go ahead and get out of level, get up to level 10, 15, 20, whatever, and keep moving. And I don't want to have to compete for mobs. Yes, I can go down deeper, but they can also go down deeper. The idea is to get yourself a challenge. The more that stronger the enemies are, the more experience you get, the faster you can level up your equipment and progress to the game. And I don't want to compete with nobody, so I have the whole entire zone to myself. I can sit here and camp this guy at the entrance until I out-level it if I want to, and nobody will ever show up in the zone, which is great. So I like to come here and have my own zone. I probably should do a screenshot for my thumbnail, huh? Don't need no stinking copper. Yeah, super easy right now. Yeah, this server is looking super duper easy right now. I get it. There are, believe me, I've died plenty of times in this game. This beginning part is fairly easy because I'm overpowered, but I wouldn't be so overpowered if I didn't have the weapons and stuff I have on me. And plus, the idea is to constantly challenge yourself, so you can be fighting reds majority of the time. You can go places that you probably shouldn't be at. Oh, and if you saw something pop up on me a minute ago, I was too busy talking, like a bunch of runes or whatever, that's usually like a server buff. I think now they might change it, but I believe that's from people donating to the server, and they get the server-wide buffs from everybody. So somebody might have donated, and then they put out server buff, or maybe it refreshes stuff. I don't know. They're doing pretty good. I really want to see what happens when I level up that saltwater crested idol. I just want to see how powerful it comes and how powerful I will become. There we go. Actually hitting pretty good with this thing. There is like a powder or something that drops here, which I found a couple of times. It's worth like 25 to 30 platinum. So I'm hoping I get that. That'll give me a little bonus of platinum. Is that worth anything? Oh, I don't think I pointed this out before, but see, when you look at items, when you right click on them, and it shows actual value. Now this is not the actual value. Now this is 1 copper. Everybody's gonna get 1 copper for it, but it also depends on your faction. So especially as a troll, my charisma is really low. So you might see something that says 1 gold on it. When I go and sell it myself, I might get like 7 silver out of it, or whatever. So it depends, but at least you get the idea of its value. So if you see something for 25 platinum, you can plus or minus a couple of platinum, at least know the difference of what you're gonna make. I like that it shows you that. So if it's like a pointless item, not worth anything, and it says a couple of copper on it, and you're like, okay, well, no biggie. Now if I think my weapons say the same thing. Yeah, this is only worth 27 platinum. So nothing crazy. But I think I bought it for like 5 platinum. Something like that. 5 or 10 platinum maybe. Now, if they had leveled it up to legendary, it might be a whole nother story. Why did I use that spell? I guess I'm using it. I should probably use slam, huh? Yeah, do slam. I don't think I actually have kick. Wait, do I not have slam? Oh, now I'm fighting. I need to work on casting so I can get my channeling together. I can't be getting beat on. I can't heal myself. Well, slam time is very slow. You're not a melee. I think I have intimidate too. I should work on that. I might need that. Wow, that slam actually did stun him. I mean, it was like a 2-second stun, and he actually stunned him. That's pretty cool. I'm used to it just being I'm learning as I play this game. I'm playing, like I said, on and off for like a month or so. But I'm really impressed with what they did on the server because they put a lot of work into it. You would think that, I know they lead with, multi-class. You can play multiple classes and playing this game, but they did a lot of work as far as equipment that drops and how some of these classes work together. I think they adjusted some of the spells, and they're still making tweaks. So you might see like, oh, I'm gonna be, I don't know, a freaking necromancer, shaman, mage, and for example, maybe a shaman and necromancer spell are colliding with each other. Maybe the dots don't stick together or something like that. They're making tweaks where, for example, maybe the shaman dot is not as powerful as the necro dot, or maybe one dot, if one dot goes on first, the other one is not as potent or whatever. I don't know. They're making tweaks and stuff like that. So they haven't tested every single combination, but they're looking at the combinations and they're making adjustments where they can, which is really cool. It's not just here's a server, here's all the classes, go. They actually put a lot of work, and these items that drop are for them. I don't know, like if you actually put together a server yourself before and you realize you have thousands of pieces of equipment on EverQuest, and for them to actually have an item, now I don't know how they did it, if I went in the database, but to have this, I'm not sure this is a real item that already existed, but they found the item and then they added the ability for it to have either these stats and then have another level for it. So there's a green version of this too that's not enchanted, and the stats are lower than this. And the fact is that I can put this into my power source, level it up, and get these stats here. And I can still put it there and I can get the legendary stats where it's an orange tag up here. And I don't know how they did with every piece of equipment in this game you can do that with. Like this little rusty scythe, this is not, obviously I can't wear it, but it's enchanted. So it could have been a green one, but this one happened to be enchanted. I could throw that in my little power source and level it up, and it'll get power. It'll get stronger. And somebody even throws like a proc on it, Because just about every single piece of equipment, things you can wear mostly, like the items you pick up, not so much. I can't put a bag in there. I wish you could put a bag in there and it had extra weight reduction or something, but they put a lot of work into this. Oh, and I didn't point this out before. This is a bag for my pet. So you can't transfer your items directly to your pet, and your pet will have, like on regular EverQuest, your pet has all the slots that you have. I think they have, but they have one of the two slots. So for example, you have an earring slot. I believe they have an earring slot. I could be mistaken. But for us as players, we have 2 earrings, right? I think a pet has 1. So they have the head, they have the face, they have the chest, neck, everything else. When it comes to the wrist, they have 1 wrist and they have 1 earring, I believe. I don't think they have a power source, and they have 1 ring slot. I don't think they have a charm slot. But they do have range, and they have primary and secondary. And I'm not sure about the ammo slot, but I was reading that somewhere they have those slots. But anyway, on this server, you cannot do that. You can't give your pet gear and have them wear everything. Now, the positive part of that is that I could find a no drop, super cool, kill everything sword I could put over here in my pet slot, and my pet can wear it, and he can be super badass. He won't be super kitted out, but he'll have a really powerful weapon that most cases you would not give your pet a super cool drop off of some dragon you kill somewhere weapon and give it to your pet, because your pet's gonna die and that weapon's gone. In this case, if your pet dies, the weapon still stays in this bag, so your next pet you summon still has that weapon. So this is the type of stuff I see on the server that's like, that's really freaking smart. Why haven't they done that anywhere else? Like the fact that they can make a pet bag that's only for your pet, that's freaking awesome. That might be an item that already drops in the game. They just modified it, but it's still pretty cool to have it here. And you get that when you get your class. When you pick your class, you pick a beast lord, you get that bag. And whenever you make a pet, they already have that gear on them. So that's pretty cool. So I'm really impressed with these guys. I mean, I know they had that whole lawsuit thing going on. Don't worry about that quest right now. But I really think these guys, the team, whoever doing all this, they did excellent work. I like to see other projects they work on, that whether it's a combination of people or one guy had a concept. I don't know what it was, but they did an excellent job. If you guys are watching this video, you guys did great with the server. I'm pretty sure you guys got all sorts of kudos everywhere, but you're hearing it from me. So I really shouldn't drink and record a video. It's not It doesn't work out well. I'm not drunk. I'm just messing up my words because I'm a little drinky me. I'm on vacation, so I'm enjoying myself. I would have did a male troll, but I hate how the creators of EverQuest never fix the animation, how they sit. They always sit with this upward shoulder thing, and they're isolated. They don't move. I'll show you here in a minute. I know I pointed out another video, but I'm pointing out again here. So I'm gonna loop real quick. I don't bother with the fangs. I never do the quest, and I'll probably level before I have a chance to turn anything in. A couple of copper. All right. So anyway, so I have her sit down. Right. She sit down. She's looking, which is fine. That's totally fine. If you pick a male model, they had this thing and they kind of look up. They're always like this, shoulders up, and they're just like, and instead of like a casual look forward type, even if their shoulders are up and they're just looking forward, that's one thing. Or they sit like this, or they're, they have their arms. You can't see my body, but if they had their arms like to their hips or whatever, and they're kind of looking forward with no weapon in their hand, but they're always doing this when they sit down, and that really irks me. So that's why I can't do a male model. Plus, look how sexy she is. Sexy ass troll. That's why I play a troll. Anyway, I don't have much to add on to this. I'm just working my way through this. I'll pause the video and I'll probably pop back on here when I'm about level 10ish and show you guys where I'm at, show you the next adventure. So I'll be right back. Peace. All right, guys, welcome back. Well, welcome back to me. It's been like a little bit over a day. We had 4th of July yesterday. I recorded some of my footage and I stopped to try to get level 10. I actually just got level 10 a little bit ago. I did it off camera. And I came back here to add a couple more levels. I just hit level 11. And yeah, so I go ahead and I got my spells. I got my level, basically between level 3 and level 10. I think I got 11 spells as well, or 12, something like that. But I went and got a bunch of my spells from a wizard and my shaman build. Again, I focus on primarily my buffs and debuffs for my shaman, and area effect and direct damage for my wizard. I might tweak it a little bit later. I know when I've done other builds, I pretty much focus on, like if I did like a mage, and I do like a berserker. I have a character that's like mage and berserker, and I don't want to be overkill. So what I would do is only get like kind of like a theme. I thought like a berserker full of rage, anger, or frustration, or whatever. So I did only a fire pet, and I don't think I did any direct damage spells with the mage line. I think I got only like the shielding spells, like lesser shielding, greater shielding, all that stuff, like elemental shielding. And I only got fire pets. And I think the only exception I gave myself was to have the summon monster. But I think majority of the time, most of my levels would be just fire pets for that. So in this case, as a shaman wizard, I don't want to go crazy with direct damage because as wizards get higher, they do crazy damage, and which means I won't have no reason to use any of my my dots. So I don't want to do all that. Just look at this right here. Right? This is shock and lightning. This is a level 10 spell. Look at the damage I do to them right now. That's like 50% of his health. So it's almost pointless having my my dots on them because, but yeah, if I had multiple mobs, that would help. But I would just kill them, basically direct damage, barely touch my mana. Now, I don't think I mentioned this before in my other part of the video, but it's weird. Like, I'm glad they kind of worked it out so how it's even. I don't know if it's just the area buffs or whatever, but keep in mind I'm a shaman and my primary focus for mana is wisdom, right? And obviously when I have stamina, so I can do cannibalization later on or whatever. But see, look at my intelligence. It's 66. And you think when I use my spells, I know it doesn't say it uses an intelligence to cast ability, but you think that it does a check on your intelligence, and then it'll say basically, you cast a spell and it checks your intelligence is low, which means it hits your mana this hard. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't do that. I think it just looks at, how much mana you have, and then it takes from the mana. I don't know if they did that or if it was something that was already built in the code. I don't know. But that's one thing I thought. So anyway, when it comes to making a character and you say, I want to be a shaman, I want to be a cleric, and I want to be a wizard, and you're like, well, for example, if I want to be let's say an ogre or even a troll, and you say, all right, like normally you couldn't be a cleric and you couldn't be a wizard, but say you want to make one, say, I'm just going to start off with the base so I can pick the character. Right, they're working on that where you can pick your class, any class from the character creation. But right now, if I want to be an ogre, wizard, cleric, I can't, as an ogre, I can't pick that at character creation. So say, for example, I'll make a troll. I want to be a warrior. I might not use any warrior abilities, but I'll take the warrior just so I have the base for the health, aspect of it. And then I'm going to go ahead and choose cleric and, whatever, wizard. It seems like it doesn't really impact you. Like maybe at level 1, when you cast that spells, you see your mana getting hit a little harder. But as you progress, like obviously I have this stuff on me that gives me a little bit more mana. But even without this stuff, like as you level up real quick, you don't seem to get impacted by the mana loss. I don't know if I'll explain that correctly. But that's just something I noticed, which I think is pretty cool. I'm not sure if they put it in the coding. I don't know if they just did the math on it and it worked out. I don't know. So that's basically it. Hold on one sec. My cat's trying to get out the room. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Now, freaking cat will. She's chilling there. If she realizes I'm not giving no attention, she's like, yeah, I didn't get out of my room. Get out of this room. But yeah. I think, again, I always keep giving these guys credit. I think they put a lot of work into the server. Maybe some things just fell into place, and maybe they actually did the math. They made some adjustments where it doesn't, affect you. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm kind of trying to figure out what I'm going to go with from here. It's a hard area here. I got tracking too. Not the best tracking, but it's tracking. What I do hate too is every time I get on here, I have to constantly reset these. If I log out and log back in, I have to constantly reset my settings for my tracking, which is really annoying. Mouse sticking. Okay, so this guy is a named guy. He's probably the only tough one there. So I'll just dye him up and start blasting him right away. Bit slow on him. Oh, he's the only one that came? That works. Sorry, this slow. Yeah, so as I'm leveling this character, I'm not getting the Shaman direct damage spells. I'm only getting the wizard ones. Earlier I was fighting something and did he run? Where'd he go? There he is. I was fighting something, I got a critical hit with my Sicken ability. Sicken is obviously a level 4 spell. But when I use it, right now it's only doing 9 points of damage. But when I did 9 critical hit, and it hit for like, I want to say it was 23. And I was blown away by it, because you're level 11, you're expecting to have no critical hits like for dots or whatever at this level. But I always try to work on meditation. But anyway, yeah, you don't expect to have critical hits, so I thought it was kind of cool. I most of them I don't pay attention. I like to have my, I don't know if you guys see it right here on my screen. Hopefully it shows for you, but down here I like to watch my damage. This is all my damage I do. Either non-melee or melee damage. Or magic damage, I'm sorry. But yeah, I thought it was kind of cool. I did a critical hit with the dot. And if I'm doing a critical hit at level 11, excuse me, I can imagine when I get to like level 30 or something like that, what my damage would be like. One time I was playing and I think the server had some type of area buff or something like that. And I made like a druid character. I was using Flame Lick, and at level 1 I was doing like 40 hit point damage. And then when I got to level 11, I got here, I kept using Flame Lick, and I realized things are dying real fast. And then somehow Flame Lick was hitting for like 200 hit points. So I was like, oh shoot. So I just went off to North Koran and started killing griffins and giants. It's just like going crazy. I don't know what caused it. I don't know what I had on me. I don't know, but I was kicking butt with it. Later on, I got back on and I was doing regular damage again. As regular as I could be with my buffs and stuff. But it was nothing crazy. No more killing giants anymore, you know? And I didn't show this on camera, but I already made my like little spell sets. I always make like, whenever I play a shaman or like a druid or something, I always make a low set of my spells. So the buffs on the server, they stay on you all the time. So there's no like timer. I do notice that if you zone or if you die, it's the only time you really have to put your buffs back on again. So it's a good thing and it's a bad thing because I don't get a chance to practice my casting as much. Now I can still sit and cast my spells if I want to. But since I don't feel motivated to, not motivated, I don't have a reason to, I just continue just leveling, which is great. I mean, that's what I like about the server. You just continue leveling. You can, you know, have a combination of characters or whatever. But yeah, I don't have to cast as much. So I try to, whenever I have, even right now, I didn't need to heal. I probably regenerated. I had no issue. But I try to find a reason to cast and sit down because you'll see my meditation, which should be over here. My meditation is like 17. Yeah, there goes 18 out of 80. So maybe off camera I'll sit. And I'll cast a bunch of spells myself and then meditate just to work it up again. You'll start to notice it later on when you get to like higher levels, at least at level 30. I found that my meditation might be like 30 or something like that. And it should be like almost 200. I don't know, I'm throwing numbers together. And it takes forever for your mana to come up because your meditation sucks, you know? So you need to work on that as well. It's almost easier to do a melee class. But I really like magic, so I will try to work around that. Plus on this server, I think it'll be interesting to see how it turns out. I think my next stop's gonna be Miss Moore. But we'll see. And I don't know if I said in my previous recording or another recording I tried to do, but oh yeah, so that yellow, that thing that comes up there, that has an effect that half my AAs. I found that out later on. It's basically if I kill a mob by magic, which in this case, I don't think I dotted him. I don't know how. I think even my last hit some reason counts. But if I kill a mob, my last hit with magic, I get a bit of that mana back. That's what it was. So, so I hit something and it's at 10%, and then the last mob or last dot hits them when they die, then I get a portion of that mana back to my mana pool. It's part of a AA for the wizard, I believe. I think it's a chance. I don't think it's all the time. I've actually had a couple mobs die from my dots, and I didn't get that effect. Yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing. Just work my way through here. There's a couple. I'm not going to go back to the hard guys again. There's a couple of targets I like to kill in here, just to make sure I'm on point and move on. And I think like the way the server's designed, like I don't like that I can't just go anywhere. But there's some places that are blocked off, like for example, well, I guess the plane of knowledge stuff is there, but it's not open to me yet because I haven't gotten to that point in the game for myself. So I'm very limited, at least in my mind. Maybe Guk could probably be a good idea, but I don't know Guk like that. I never liked Guk, so I'd rather just avoid Guk. But I probably get a lot more experience and I get better drops if I go down the Guk. And on this server, I guess it don't hurt much. I think you lose experience and stuff like that, but it's nothing crazy. But I don't know. And it's not really a corpse running here. So I guess there's nothing to be scared of. I hate Guk. Every time I'm going there, falling in the water and getting lost, running in circles, it's just like, And yes, there is a map in the game. I can look it up. This is a mess right here, but I can clean up a little bit, but I hate Guk. A lot of OG players like going to Guk, and it's just not my place. I'm probably going to stop the video here, and next time you see me, maybe I'll be in Miss More. I'm not sure if I can handle it or not, but we'll see. I don't want to waste you guys' time just watching me kill these lobby mobs. Yeah, and I don't know everything about the server. I've been learning as I go. I do like what I've learned so far. Picking up random items, and sometimes they have stats to them, sometimes they don't. I mean, everything basically has a stat on it, but that's one of the things I really liked. Like I said earlier, finding things, and then they're one that, for example, you find this it shows you how much it costs, or when you sell it to the vendor, which is great. And you'll see here these rings here. These are ones you get. They're part of a quest. Oh, cute. And I'm just not. I mean, I really don't follow the quest. I did it before, but basically, at I think level 2 or 3, it gives you this ring, and then you're supposed to put the ring in the power source. You're supposed to level it up. It's optional, but you level it up, and it gets stronger. The stats are pretty decent on it. I don't remember where they are right now, but yeah. Now the reason why I have 2 of them is because one's from another character. So I just put on this character. I didn't know you could have 2 of them. I didn't realize you could trade them. So I have 2 of them. So I might actually go ahead and level these up. But it's taken forever for me just to get this bad boy leveled up. I thought maybe the experience from my other character having it in the power source would come over to this character, but it doesn't work that way. So as you see, I'm at like 33% on it. So I still got a bit to go. And it's not going to level any faster unless I hit red mobs. I'm killing red mobs. And I guess that's kind of one thing I don't like is that all this equipment here, for example, say the stuff I bought or want to work on, I got, it's nothing here, but Rune null chain bracelet. Say I really like this. I want to level this up. Well, I can't because I have this one thing here. And once you hit like the blue phase, the enchanted phase, it takes forever to get to the orange phase, which I understand. But I wish they had like a standard where it was, I guess, a classification. If it's a low level mob, low level item, it should level to legendary faster. And then when you get to like your 30 and I don't know, 40, 50, somewhere in there, there's like a middle class and like all the 60 level stuff. That would make sense because all the mobs that are stronger or at the end game, they're gonna have more HP, which takes more effort, which I imagine it would be more experience towards the stuff you're leveling up. Because this item right here, I've basically been working on this since level 1, and it's only 33% into getting to legendary phase. So I won't have time to level this stuff up. And keep in mind, I can't kill a Grey Con and get experience on these items. I always have to fight something that would normally give me leveling experience. So the thing is that if I go in here and I'm killing these mobs for experience, it doesn't take away from my experience, but I out level these things pretty fast. And you constantly have to keep pushing yourself to go find stronger things just so you can level. I can't log in and say, you know what? Instead of leveling myself up, I'm gonna go ahead and start leveling up my gear today. And I can't sit around and start killing mobs so I can just work on my individual pieces. I have to constantly go somewhere where it's something that's a challenge to me, Now I can still do this too. If I had 2 of these, I could, matter of fact, I can do it right now with one of these items. I shall lose one of the rings. Basically, what I can do, they have another ability you have in your alternate advancement. This is one that comes with the game or with the server. Consume item. So it basically allows me to, if I had one of these rings in the power source, I had one in my hand. Now the one that is, I think the lower level one can affect the lower level one. So for example, if this was a blue one, right? If this is at the enchanted level, and then this one is green, right? I think if I put the green one in here, which would be stupid, but all right, if I put the blue one in the power source, I can use that consume item, and it'll take the experience from this item and put it into the item that's in my power source. So it'll basically make experience appear, but you'll lose the other ring. That's the idea behind it. Now, I probably can go buy another one of these, which I don't want to do. But I mean, if you're farming, if you're at a place where these things drop, like for matter of fact, I think I got these gloves here. All right, yeah. See, I got a blue one here, and I got a green one here. Now I can take these gloves I have on, put it in here, and I guess I'll put it there. Right there. I can take this. Now this is my green one here. So my blue ones are in the power source, and my green ones are in my hand. So I hit consume item. There it goes. So it basically destroyed this and gave the experience to my gloves, and they gave it 6.75 experience. So I guess that's the alternate way of doing it. But the thing is, like, if I was at a place where I was farming these, if these things are dropping everywhere, then yeah, I can just go ahead and keep consuming item, and that'll work out. But I don't think that's really realistic. A lot of these things that drop are obviously they're rare items. Now I guess you can go to the zones where you can have. Am I ready for these? No, you can go to the zones where this stuff drops, and you can sit there and farm it, and you can have your own individual zone. So I guess that would be helpful too. But yeah, I kind of wish you could do that though. I wish you could kind of get in, maybe debuff your level or something like that, or say only experience to my items, and I can sit here and work on my equipment. And that would still slow down the leveling process, because if I'm like level 50, level 60, and I may be struggling a little bit, but I'm like, all right, well, I want my gear to get better. I'm pretty well kitted out, but I need my gear to be better. I can go ahead, because you only put one item in at a time. So I can go ahead and keep working this area, and I can take away my experience and then put it only towards my equipment build. So yeah, work my way through a dungeon or whatever, level up my little, whatever the hell this is, idol. And then when I'm done with that, I go move to my boots, I can move to my wrist, whatever. It'd be kind of cool if you can do that, But I'm not going to complain too much. I'm sure there's something in the game they already have said that I'm probably not realizing. And maybe it is just that this freaking farming items, then you can sit there and level it up. Anyway, I'm just talking to be talking. I'm gonna keep running around here. I'm gonna try to hit level 12. Actually, I'm about to hit level 12 right now. You better not run up there, Rich. Die. Alright, so that's level 12. I guess that's perfect timing. Oh, and I think what I haven't been doing, I think I can power these up, and I think they'll sell for more. And use that consume item effect. Matter of fact, before I end this video, let me show you guys that real quick. We'll find out together. Now, and also, as far as I understand, no, it doesn't. Okay, cool. I was gonna say something else, but never mind. Okay, so we got this enchanted. The same item? This one's a green one. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll put the green one in. So the green one. Oh, because I can't wear it. I can't put it in there. So I can't just put it. Sorry, it's now we know together. We can't, if we can't equip it, we can't put it in the power source. So I guess that makes sense. Womp, womp, womp. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. I'm sorry I talked your ear off. The video might be a little choppy. I had to chop up a couple of scenes here and there. But yeah, this is my character I'm playing, Battabee. I'm gonna work her up, and might make another character, you know me, Altaholik thing. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. I hope you like the server. The server is very busy. I know they've been doing with like a whole possible lawsuit and all that stuff like that, but I think they kind of worked out the kinks. So I think they can keep working on the server. I think it's just a matter of them making crazy changes to the game that they can't do. And obviously can't collect money for the server. So if you're interested, come check out the server. Another server I like to mess around with it is the, what is it? The Hidden Forest. I think it's the one I used to play on. That one's kind of cool. Not as busy, but that one's kind of cool too. You can work in the epic solo. It's not the same. They switch up some things over there too, but it's not as popular. Nowhere near as popular as this server or Way for Havens or P99. But it's pretty cool. Anyway, enough talk. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.